Winter Surfer's on the show with me now. Welcome back, my friend. And the Premier League's a week away, but you guys look good.
Yeah, it was a very impressive run out today. And what I liked about it is that you didn't mention like all our subs. We changed all our outfield players as well. There was no outfield player who started the game that finished the game, and they just played the same as well. It was good because we needed that after the Colwell news this week. We needed some of us a bit deflated with that. So, but it was nice, and no 007 for Esteval, so that's out the window because I know people take friendly stats into 007 now. This time around,
it's gone mental, isn't it? It's gone mental. It's gone mental.
It's mad. He was very impressive. He's you can tell Palmer's going to enjoy playing with this guy. You can just tell. Palmer was spraying the ball around like he was like Pirlo today. It was just like every time he got the pass, it was just effortless for him. And we're back. We're a bit of a different preseason. We've just had an extended like international break, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? It's just been that sort of thing. And it was very impressive, very controlled. The pressing was very good, especially for the first hour or so. We sort of backed off, but that's to be expected. It was an overall very important. I know Esteban's going to get the news, but I got to say, I know you've said it a couple of times. This is Sugo guy. He's a beast. He's a beast. He's an absolute beast. And like you say, I don't worry now if he's going to stay there and like we're worried about Lavia's fitness issues and stuff like that. Then I'm okay. Sugu, very, very good, very impressive. Overall, a good start. We didn't even play like Enzo Fernandez today or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It was just one of those. I'd like to see Delap get a bit more involved. That was probably the only thing, but otherwise,
you know what? I thought he actually had. In fairness,
he had a decent chance in the first half.
Yeah, he had two decent ones. One cross from Cucurella, and then the ball into the box from George. Where look, Flecken, the first one goes straight at Flecken.
Yeah.
The second one, Flecken just kind of makes himself big and gets a fortuitous touch. I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved, but
I like him. But I like what he does do is different from Jackson. Is just his presence and his movement in the box makes him like a distraction for defenders. So it's like it then gives the wingers like Estevao had another chance in the first half where he shot right at the goalkeeper, and I just feel if that was like Jackson would have been like off to the side or not even trying to make a run or something like that. But it's a very, very good performance. Like I said, it's like you say, you didn't even mention Hatto. I thought Hatto came on and just slotted right in there and stuff like that. It's looking good. And like you say, we benefit because the first 4 games are in London for us. The start of the Premier League season as well. So it's not as if we have to travel that far.
No, as you say, I think you just look. And I think part of it is because you're at the Club World Cup and I still think you're in that sort of form. Yeah. And I think your manager said this week that there's a charged atmosphere. Everybody feels good and feels confident. Where you started last season, not so confident. There was holes in the team. You were quite easy to pass around. I watched every one of your preseason games last year and I thought you could be in trouble. But you just persevered and you stuck with it. And I think one other thing, and I'd love to get Jesse's opinion on this too, you made subs and lots of subs, but the system, the shape, everything stayed consistent. And that for me, again, as a rival watching, that's a very negative thing. For you guys, that's massively positive.
Yeah. Like I said, we changed every single outfield player. The only one who played 90 minutes was Jorgensen in goal. Everyone else played their part. And like you said, Gittins came on. I like that he dribbled with his head up because I don't like wingers who dribble with their head down. He dribbled. He had some good touches, but Esteban's going to rightfully get the headlines. I mean, he was just sensational. And like I say, João Pedro with a great finish right at the end. It's just we just rolled on. For me, I still want another centre back because I'm just not. That's just my own opinion. I'm not comfortable with our current centre backs for like a prolonged rest of the season and stuff like that because I'm just not. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Do you know what I mean? But it's a good start, and maybe go on Sunday and batter Milan. So you know what I mean. So
absolutely, Jesse. How did you feel about it, mate?
First of all, I want Chelsea fans to give the sporting directors some sort of praise, because for the last 2 years, the last 2 seasons, all they got was stick and flack, right? What we saw tonight with Esteva and Esugo especially is testament to their recruitment. We have to give them some praise. Esugo, my God. Caicedo needs to look over his shoulder, because this guy looks like he's going to be a beast. He is going to be a beast, right? Esteva William. Yes. Should I say generational talent, or is it too soon for that? I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Wait till after Sunday. If he does it against Sunday.
Yes, well, so true, right? But this kid, we all saw what he did against us in the FIFA Club World Cup with that wonder goal from that acute angle. We all knew we had somebody special here, a special player. But to see him today in our colors, my God, I can't wait for next season. I can't wait for next season. Hato, Cucurella, you need to look over your shoulder. The only negative I would say is, like you guys just said as well, in terms of Delap, I think he drifted in and out of the game in bits and pieces. But that's basically, to me, I think that's how the team is set up. It looks like we are set up to more play a false nine with João Pedro, because João Pedro came on and this guy was everywhere. The team looked a little more comfortable with João Pedro on the pitch. If I don't know if it's just me, but that's what it looked like. The team looked better. They look more fluent. And Jamie Gittins, oh my gosh, testament to the sporting directors yet again, because Jadon Sancho wasn't doing that last season, and product wasn't there.
Never doing it.
He wasn't doing that.
Never.
Jamie Gittins came. The thing about it is, he wasn't just dribbling for dribbling's sake.
Yeah.
He was dribbling and getting crosses across. Some kind of end product.
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho last season wasn't doing that. He always passed the ball right back. Now, I don't think you will have to see, well, Cucurella will be getting in the box and getting more goals, especially coming from on that left-hand side, because he likes to crash the box as well.
Yeah.
So James Maresca is going to have a headache.
Good. That's what he wants. That's what he wants.
One last thing.
Great headache. Yeah.
One last thing. With all these players that we have, what's his name? Pedro Neto. I still need to see this guy in this team. This guy is a workhorse.
Yeah.
He is like the Willian who we had all them years back, who used to do all the hard work for the front three.
Yeah.
And he does all the hard work. Pedro Neto runs like he's that runner. We need this guy in this team. I don't know.
I think we're going to see a lot of rotation in the first half of the season because of the Club World Cup and everything like that, and because we're in Champions League and everything like that. I think we're going to see a lot of rotation. Not like every game, like 5 or 6 changes, but like 3 or 4 maximum, stuff like that, just to keep it fresh. And Pedro Neto, like you said, he's a workhorse. He can, look at the Club World Cup final. He was playing left wing back. He wasn't even playing wing. Do you know what I mean? I agree, but you know what it is? It's options. Because I'm not a hater of Noni Madueke, but he would dribble, but he wouldn't be able to pick a pass like Gittins, like we saw Gittins did today. He would dribble past someone, but then the next stage it wouldn't compute. It just wouldn't connect like that. And I know people are going to go as a preseason friendly, but I look at performances more than results when it comes to preseason friendly. And they're already starting to link up. And this is a Leverkusen side who are deep into their preseason. Yeah. They played 5 or 6 games, so the preparation is there for them. And we've had 4 weeks off.
They just, like 2 seasons ago, last season or so, they went a whole season unbeaten.
Yeah.
So now,
I mean, they've got a new manager and stuff, but they you didn't just play a bunch of bums out there. 100%. Andrew, I'm going to bring through Andrew Barnes now. Thanks for coming on, mate. I appreciate it, brother. We'll chat to you soon, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Andrew Barnes is with us now. What are you saying, brother?
Hello, Terry. How are you?
I'm very, very good. What do you want to say?
I want to take it forward from what Jesse said to say that, we actually, the performances matter. Okay. And we have done extremely well in terms of how we handle this game. The scoreline 2-0 doesn't reflect the performance of this game because we fully controlled that first half. Those guys had no chance, like absolutely no chance. The only time that they troubled Jorgensen was on dead ball situations when they had to do free kicks or corners. Otherwise, they were not even troubling the defense. What I liked a lot is the mindset. When Estevao scored his goal, they all made sure that they, celebrated the goal with him. I enjoyed watching that because they're welcoming this new guy. Yes, I'm not going to get gassed about, a preseason goal, but it's the instinct, it's the mindset, it's the, the team dynamics that I'm seeing, which I am really, really happy about. And like you said, Terry, in your pre-log, it's going to be beautiful to watch Palmer and Estevao play because they both can do the same thing and they can interchange, and it's going to be a nightmare for defenders to sort of mark these guys. If they both play on the field together, it's going to be a nightmare because Estevao, one thing I like about him, he's like Palmer. As soon as he's in the dangerous position, he's confident enough to take the shot. He's not trying to cut back, look for who else he can pass to. He's confident to take the shot. I love it. And I just want to say that Isugo, that tackle that he did at one point in time, I saw the substitutions, but when he did that tackle, I was like, wait, didn't they just take Caicedo off? It was clean. That guy's looking for a foul, but this guy is a beast. I'm extremely. I want to agree with Jesse to say that even I was one of the guys who was giving flack to the sporting directors to say, okay, what are these guys doing? But we knew that they're going to spend a lot of money. They're going to buy a bunch of guys to figure it out. But we can clearly see that they're figuring it out. That we are buying in this window, we are buying to what we need. And I'm not going to say anything bad about Jadon Sancho. He scored some crucial goals and crucial moments for us.
Yeah.
But I'm happy about that. I'm also happy that, okay, today he's not there and we got Jamie Gittins instead, because the moment he came on, in less than 2 minutes, he already created a chance for Estevao. Estevao hit it wide, but that was a close one. And it was good to see. And Hato, he seems so confident, so comfortable with the ball. I'm really happy with the squad. What we need to see now, Terry, I think you mentioned this, or I don't know if Andrew said it, is when we play Crystal Palace, I want to see, the physicality, because then you have the crowd, the pressure, basically the things that that we don't see that sort of affect the players. That's something I want to see, how these young guys, because one thing that you mentioned is that yes, it's going to be they are going to be a threat to this title challenge, and they definitely are going to be there in talks. But it's these young guys, maybe they won't be fatigued because of this long season, but sometimes in the mindset. So Maresca's really got to have them on the ball all the time, knowing what to do. But I'm very, very happy, Terry. I am genuinely happy.
I bet you are with that. You are. Jesse, we're going to be in quest through now, my friend. Thank you for jumping on the show. Really appreciate
just one
it,
thing before I go. Most Chelsea fans, now that we have Estevao and Cole Palmer, we saw them play together tonight. What about Xavi Simons? Think about that. I go on all you.
Cheers, bro. Thank you very much, my man. Well, you got Xavi Simmons coming through. And on top of that, Garnacho as well. Your manager just said that he also wants centre backs as well. Got a couple of super chats before we speak to Quest here. First one says Chelsea's owners proving the model works. You get, I think, starting to show it, my friend. And I think it's been right to call things out and criticize things when it hasn't been understood. But it should be another lesson to people, Mike, that maybe when you don't understand something, maybe doing a Jamie Carragher conclusion might make you look silly in the future. And I wonder what we would have all been saying in the first 2 or 3 years of FSG if content and if mainstream media were doing content like Fans, longer format, bigger, longer debates. I wonder what would have been said about that. I just sometimes look at these situations and we're watching in real time clubs change and evolve. And the one thing I criticize Chelsea for, and our long-standing Chelsea viewers will remember this, Mike, I used to say that Roman between 03, 04 and when FFP came in and the new TV deal money was almost simultaneous, where suddenly other clubs had a lot more cash. You guys won majority of your trophies under him came in that period. After that, you did still win league titles, Champions Leagues, and everything else, but there was bigger gaps. There was less league title challenges because it became harder. And I always felt there had to be a reviewing of Chelsea's model. And what we've seen in real time is a club have to rip everything up from the past and start something that has long-term legs on it, where there is a club style, a system, a type of player, a method of bringing in additional money, competing with the biggest clubs in the world that do have bigger fan bases. And you've found that strategy and it is starting to pay dividends. And maybe the next time a club starts off and maybe goes backwards in the first year and makes a few mistakes as they're building, because you guys stripped everything back. You knocked it all down and started again. Maybe next time when that's being done, there should be criticism and concern, but maybe next time there shouldn't be overarching full conclusions being made that early. I think that's a lesson for all of us. No one here point scoring. I think it's a lesson for all of us. It really, really is.